my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we quelled the frenzy of Electrode. Today, as you guys will be able to see on screen, I've been doing some training. So all of our Pokemon are close to level 50. I also took some tips from you. You guys told me that I needed to teach Zuko a brand new move. That move is Infernal Parade. I've also taught Moosh a special move, Headlong Rush. Bolada learned Giga Impact. And last but not least, Speedy learned Double Edge, which I think will be beneficial in some battles. Now with that, hey Mako, are you ready to evolve, buddy? There we go, that's the spirit. It is time for us to evolve our Mako. Mako is level 36, so let's do it. Congratulations, our Mako evolved into Empoleon! Empoleon is also going to learn a new move, which is going to be Liquidation. I'll get rid of Bubble, we'll learn Liquidation, and I'm sure we'll be learning more moves as we go. So with that, guys, Mako's moves changed, and Mako can now use Liquidation. How awesome is it that we now have a big, strong Empoleon on our team? Look at that, guys. How cool does that look? What's up, Empoleon? It's going to be a lot of fun to have you on our team. All right, you ready to keep the adventure going? Let's do it. Let's talk to the professor and let's check in because we've done a lot of researching off screen. I was able to run around, catch some Pokemon, find some Pokemon. We got ourselves some Pokecash. And as you guys will see, I've made some decent progress with the Pokemon research. I've completed a couple levels here and there. There's still a lot of researching to be done, but I'm sure we'll get to it as we go. For now, we've done just about enough researching, as you guys will be able to see. Yeah, I knew it. So with that, we have enough research points to rank up. Splendiferous results. Best report to Captain Silena. I'd get right on that if I were you. Oh, you quad load Electrode. Splendid job as always, my boy. Let's be off to the village then. Time to report to Commander Kamado. Before we check in with Kamado, I've gone down to the basement. We're gonna talk to Tauhua to complete a mission for Choi.
Oh, if it isn't the Survey recruit who quelled the Lord of the Isles, has Choi sent you to do negotiating for him again?
Yeah.
You're looking a little perplexed, wondering why this old man gets so stubborn over selling the shopkeeper a few things. Well, maybe I'll tell you if you bring me 3 hunks of crunchy salt first.
Lucky for us, I had some of that on us from running around.
Bro, what I asked for already, no less than I expected, or you wish I could persuade you to join my corps. Now then, would you let me have 3 hunks of that crunchy salt?
Sure. We handed over 3 hunks of crunchy salt.
Oh, crunchy salt, the Cornet Highlands' finest feature. If you see it in the wild, don't pass it over as if it were just another rock. This translucent mineral's great for making a potent Pokemon lure. You've got to break it up with a hammer, then get the chunks in a mortar and crunch them right up. Grind them into a powder. Mix that powder with another ingredient, pack the mix together, and you'll get a crunchy cake that Pokemon love to munch on. Well, I can't send you back to Choi failure since you so kindly brought me this crunchy salt. Tell him I'll set him up with some new wares. Oh, I forgot. You wanted to know what happened between me and Choi? Well, that whelp made off with my dearest treasure. I'll never let him live it down.
Choi left with his biggest treasure. Let's check in on Choi. Hey, what's up, Choi? We turned in everything, man. We're ready. Let's see your shop. He's got some new goods in stock. All right, all right.
He said I took his treasure, did he? That's one way to put it, but the story's not so simple. Please believe me for now, that it's nothing you ought to worry about. Given what a fine customer you are, I imagine I'll end up giving you the full story at some point. In any case, we've got excellent new items on our shelves. Do buy some.
We completed request 61. Even more new wares. New items have been added to the general store's offering. So let's take a look at what is being sold now in the general store. It looks like we have some wing balls. That's pretty cool. I should pick up a couple of these. And it seems like they have also added a couple new potions. That is a max potion that is being sold now. That's pretty good. I don't think I'll need that many max potions, but I'll pick up a few as we go as well. I always try to stock up on supplies before we head out on our adventure. Let's talk to Kamado.
So Warden Melly believes that the frenzies of these Pokemon are some sort of trial set by Almighty Sinnoh. We cannot know if that is the case or not, but it does beg the question, why ever would this Almighty Sinnoh drive the nobles to frenzy? Is it angered by something, or does it seek to drive a wedge between people and Pokemon? Well, far be it from us humans to fathom the thoughts of Pokemon. And what is that space-time rift anyway? What caused it to open? Well, you must be tired. Go on then, to the Wallflower. Get some rest while you can. I've instructed Benny to prepare you his finest potato mochi.
We completed Scaling Perilous Heights. Hey Benny, what you got for us tonight, my man?
In his own Kamado tonight. Eat your fill.
Thanks, Benny, we will.
What enticing aroma! My appetite just went through the roof. Quite a change from the commander's usual preaching about tightening our belts until things grow more stable.
Well, I've heard talk that our focus surveying Pokemon has made gathering ingredients less onerous or at least less dangerous task.
It's almost like a fairy tale, isn't it? How you fall to us from the sky and gone on to help the people of Hisui so much.
Indeed, taking on such perilous duties has earned you a great deal of trust, Rodri. It's like I always say, behavior is a mirror that reflects one's true nature. You let your actions do the speaking for you, Rodri, and the message is clear as day. It doesn't matter one whit where you came from, you're part of the Silver Corps and Jubilee Village now. The next day.
Isn't it nice getting up early?
Is it? It's not as if getting up early changes what you can do with the day.
Yes, it does. It opens up possibilities such as responding to Commander Kamado's invitation today in a timely manner.
Well, I got that same invitation and had to wake up even earlier than you to run all the way here for it.
Come on, no need to grouse so much over a nice little early wake up. Are you coming too? I'm sure we all can guess what the commander wants with us.
Yes, do come. Galaxy Hall is quite close anyway.
You've now quelled the frenzy of 4 nobles.
It wasn't easy.
When word of these frenzies arrived from all over Hisui, I feared what would become of us. But here we are, already prepping to quell the final noble.
Yeah, who would have dreamed some stranger who tumbled out of the sky would be our salvation? Life never does stop surprising you. The only lord left to be quelled is Avalugg, which lives in the Alabaster Icelands. He is also the largest of the nobles, according to what Irida told me. Your mission is to quell Avalugg, the final lord. And perhaps in doing so, we may trigger some change in the space-time rift as well. Avalugg may be the Pearl Clan's noble, but my clan and the Galaxy team will have to step up to resolve this too, for the sake of a brighter future.
And let us all meet in the cold reaches of the Alabaster Icelands. Until then.
We have a new mission, the Slumbering Lord of the Tundra.
No matter how many of these frenzied Pokemon you may quell, the fact remains that you are a stranger to our world. No small number of people still regard you with suspicion and distrust. The most you can hope for is to gain the trust of as many as possible, and to do that, you must prove yourself through your actions.
What's going on in here? A whirlpool?
Abra, teleport this whirlpool outside at once. So, you're to survey the Alabaster Icelands next. This is the most treacherous climb you'll face in all Hisui. If you intend to go, show me you're equal to the challenge by earning your 5th star. Witness Pokemon using moves in various styles, catch Pokemon at different times, complete such research tasks, race your rank, and aid with any requests that might be found on the professor's blackboard.
Let's talk to her, because we have enough to get our 5th star.
Yes, have you made progress on your research task? In your progress report, I will judge its worthiness. Show me your Pokedex.
Let's show it to her. I think we've done a good job. We've caught a lot of Pokemon. We've battled a lot of Pokemon.
You have made progress. It seems you have earned yourself a star.
There we have it, guys. With that, we got ourselves our 5th star. We got 5 more to go.
With this, you have officially attained the rank of 5th star in the Galaxy Expedition team.
We can now use Wing Balls. And Pokemon up to level 65 will obey us. The rewards we earn from survey reports will be more generous now, too.
Have this as well. It is a further recipe you'll need for crafting.
And we obtained the recipe to craft Wing Balls. Awesome. So to craft Wing Balls, we need 1 Apricorn, 1 Sky Tumblestone, and 1 Iron Chunk.
Continue to dedicate yourself to completing the Pokedex if you hope to rise higher in the ranks. It would not be an exaggeration to say that you might be the only one among the survey corps I can task with surveying the Alabaster Icelands. You know your orders? See your mission through.
We know our orders. Now we have to make our way to the Alabaster Icelands. We're back outside. Some of you guys have been telling me to talk to our old buddies Beauregard and Eugene.
How goes the surveying?
It's going good, man. How you guys been?
Wait, what's happening to Eugene?
Hey, check it out, guys. Eugene evolved. It's become a Silcoon.
Just a little longer and it'll blossom into a Beautifly. You can do it, Eugene.
Hey, let's go, Eugene. Let's go, baby. Some W's in the chat for Eugene. Check it out. That's the Wurmple we gave this guy at the beginning. It's starting to evolve. Great job, Eugene. Let's see what else we can find around here. It looks like Choi has another mission for us already. So let's go ahead and talk to him.
Never, never, you whelp. Oh, dear customer, I'm sorry you had to see that. I asked Tao who would supply me with some new goods, but he simply won't do business with me. Truly hate to keep him posing like this, but would you please try to make him see reason? You'd do well to bring him a token goodwill, perhaps some sand radishes? 3 ought to do.
So we got request 71, new wares yet again. We have to find some sand radish. I also noticed that there's another mission here in the village. So let's talk to these guys and see what the mission's going to be about.
I'm telling you, Burmy's the Pokemon with a cloak made of leaves. No, Burmy cloaks are made of minerals like sand and rock, I'm quite sure of it. If it ain't covered in trash, it ain't a Burmy. This conversation's getting us nowhere. Are you both sure you've actually seen a Burmy before? It wasn't some other Pokemon? We might ask you the same thing. I've seen Burmy here in Hisui, and I've seen them back in my own region too, and guess what? They're all covered in trash. Oh my, you must have gotten confused somehow, my dear. Please, both of you, we're just repeating the same arguments over and over at this point. Hey, you're from the Survey Corps, aren't you? We can figure out which of us is right pretty quick if someone brought us an actual Burmy. Catch one and come show it to us, would ya?
So we have to show these guys a Burmy. Request 73, which is the real Burmy? I do believe that we've caught a Burmy before that we can show them. So I tried showing the Burmy to those 2 guys and it didn't work. So I must have to show a specific type of Burmy to a certain person. So I'm thinking this one's the one for her.
Take a good look, both of you. This little one is the real Burmy.
I guess it looks pretty similar, but there's no way this is a Burmy. Yeah, I gotta agree. Where is his trash at?
Honestly, how can someone still be in doubt after seeing a real Burmy right up close? Suppose we'll need to compare it to those false Burmy to prove the point. Can you carry on until you brought both Burmy lookalikes these 2 spoke of, my dear?
Ah, so we are going to have to find the other two versions of Burmy. I've come back inside really quick as well because I need to upgrade my satchel. I feel like I'm always running out of space out there, so this is something that I've been meaning to take care of, but we don't have that much Pokebucks, so I gotta do it whenever we have the right amount. So there's also another couple missions here on the blackboard, which we are going to pick up. How's it going, Professor? What are you doing out here, man? Did you get the chance to watch Fantastic Four, Professor? What do you think, man? What is gonna happen, dude? You got Dr. Doom coming in here. Do you think they're gonna meet up with the Avengers? Who's gonna lead the Avengers? You know what I'm saying? Professor, I see you got the theories. I see you theorizing, man. You're gonna crack that code. So there were actually 3 missions here that we can accept. And with that, we'll get Request 66, the Seas Legend. We'll eventually get to these missions.
Oh, jolly good choice there, Rodri. I see you've taken on that request I posted. Let me fill you in right away, then. I was strolling along Prelude Beach the other day when I saw something swimming a little way out from the shore. Rather regrettably, it disappeared before I could snap a picture, but I can only assume this mysterious swimmer was some sort of Pokemon. From the way it swam, it seemed to be drifting on the ocean currents. Now, if I'm not mistaken, from the seas behind Jubilife, that would take it all the way to the Cobalt Coastlands. This rather leaves me wondering if the Pokemon was headed there for some specific purpose. Given the circumstances, I was thinking that if we spoke with the good one Iskin of the Diamond Clan, we might learn more.
I got your message, Professor Lavington. So you're looking for a Pokemon that was swimming towards the Cobalt Coastlands, yes? Well, I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you much based on that alone. But, well, there's one thing I can tell you. I've heard that long ago the Cobalt Coastlands was known as the East Sea, and a princely Pokemon was said to live in the waters there. The story of this princely Pokemon can be found in a tome called The Seas Legend, but no one knows much about either the tome or its tale beyond what I've just told you. So, that's all I know. I guess I wasn't much help after all. Sorry about that. I'll just take my leave here then.
With that, we can complete the Seas Legend. I'm back outside. I've been telling you guys that I want to see if we can find some new outfits for me to wear. And I just noticed this lady has a clothes shop, and she has a special parcel for us. We received a Shaman Fancy Kimono and a pair of Shaman Fancy Bottoms. Cool, so maybe she'll be the one that gives us different clothing items for us to switch into. Make sure you guys let me know where I can find some cool clothes. I'm looking for a cool purple outfit to use. Now we're ready to continue on with our adventure. It seems that our friends are waiting.
So, we're ready to make for the Alabaster Icelands.
That's right.
I see. Of course, I'm all too aware of the injuries done to some of our own good people because of the frenzies of the other nobles. There seemed little choice but to intervene. But this Avalug out in the Alabaster Icelands hasn't harmed a soul as I hear it. Does it literally behoove us to go out of our way to subdue him? If Avalug's as great and mighty as they say, he could very well cause avalanches. Avalanches don't require any Pokemon's help. They occur perfectly well on their own, you know? I confess, I still have my doubts whether we should even begin involved in this case. No damage has been done so far, but if we send Rodri out there, we'll be putting him in danger of real harm. But if the Lord is suffering in its frenzy like people say, then wouldn't it be kinder to quell it? There's simply so much we don't yet understand when it comes to the noble Pokemon. We don't know whether the frenzies truly are causing them to suffer, nor do we know why they enter these states in the first place, or this is all connected somehow to the space-time rift. What is it, I wonder, that the Commander hopes will come about from our quelling the nobles? Or indeed from surveying any of the Pokemon of this land, what is it he hopes to achieve?
A way to coexist?
I certainly hope so. The goal of my research is to help build a future where everyone gets along with Pokemon. Professor Lavington? Oh, nothing to bother yourselves about. Doubtless I'm just being a silly sausage. You've got a mission to carry out, haven't you, Rodri? Now we will support you in it. The best support I can offer you now is another chance to practice your battle skills.
I'm gonna win.
I'm glad just to get the opportunity to battle you. The fact that I've been able to grow so much as a Survey Corps member and work together with Pikachu is due to you joining us.
Here we go, guys! Rodri versus Survey Corps Akari. She has challenged us to a battle. Both of our teams have come a long way from the first time we battled right here in Jubilife Village. As you guys can see, I do have Mako up in front. Ooh, I was about to say, I hope we can tank that because we are a little bit under-leveled on Mako. Our other Pokemon are super strong though, so let's see what we can do. I'm gonna switch out. We're going to bring out Sparky. Sparky looks so cool. Level 50, very strong. I'm really, really glad that I did that training. I knew that we are going to have to keep progressing, leveling up our Pokemon because it's just been getting tougher out there with the battles, with the nobles. We gotta keep up at a very fast pace. That did a little bit less damage than I thought. Let's hope we can hang in here. Here comes the Agile Sidekick. We tanked it out. Oh my goodness. The Hypnosis is coming out as well, but Sparky avoided the attack. Let's go, Sparky. So with that, guys, we are going to go for the crunch, and that should take down Mr. Mime. Yeah, Mr. Mime is out in here. Let's see what other Pokemon Akari has been working on. A Staravia is out as well. Now, oh, a Rain Bird. Take it out, Sparky. We barely tanked that out. We barely did. Now, I do want to keep out Sparky. I feel like doing it, but I'm going to play it safe. So we're going to switch out. We're going to bring Moosh out here, who should also be able to handle these Pokemon quite well. All right, here comes another Brave Bird. My goodness. That is a pretty brave Staravia, honestly, going up against Big Moosh. So let's go for the Rock Slide. I love seeing that picture back there of Volo. I think that's just the funniest thing, that we're battling and it's just that really funny picture. Where's our picture? Why hasn't the photo guy put our picture up there with Zuko? It's a Pikachu level 47. We can probably tank it, but I'm going to play it safe and we are going to bring out our second ground type Pokemon, Speedy. We tanked out the Iron Tail and it was a crit. You gotta be kidding me. I get crits so often. Let's go for the Bulldoze. I'm gonna try my best. We're going to Agile Style it. And let's see if that'll be enough to take down Pikachu. Yeah, Pikachu's out of there. Way to go, Speedy. That's what I'm talking about. Battle decided. Great job, team.
There's something so natural about the sight of you and your Pokemon fighting together.
We gained some XP.
About your mission in the Icelands, well, it will be a challenge. Be careful out there.
As for me, I'll set off for the Alabaster Icelands Fort Worth. See you there, my boy. It's time for us to make our way to the Alabaster Icelands. So let's go ahead, check the map, and make our way over. We have made it to the Alabaster Icelands.
My word, it's rather chilly here, isn't it? Glad to see you made it safe and sound in any case. Very few venture to these Alabaster Icelands, apart from Tao Hua leading the Odd Supply Corps excursion to gather materials. But the Survey Corps, of course, must go anywhere that Pokemon are found. From what I gather, Ice Peak Arena, where you'll find Avalugg, is rather far off, I'm afraid. Doubtless this mission to tackle Avalugg will be another dangerous one. Lend all that you can from Irida and Adamant to try to keep yourself safe.
Rodri? Brisk out here, isn't it? How are you freezing? practically sweating.
If you think this is bad, just wait. This is nothing compared to where we're headed.
You know, I'm beginning to think the problem between us isn't a Diamond Clan thing or a Pearl Clan thing. It's just a you and me thing. We'll never see eye to eye on anything, will we?
I don't see how we could, as long as you and your clan cling to your vision of an almighty Sinnoh that reigns over time. Forgive my bluntness, but if such a being even does exist, it's certainly not almighty Sinnoh.
Yes, yes, believe what you want. Just tell us where we have to go.
We're headed to see my teacher, and he's only ever found in one place.
Which is... You're talking about that Gaeric fellow, right? Where do we find him?
At Avalug's legacy, obviously. Where else but a great mass of ice could I have meant when I said we'd be headed somewhere even colder?
Where else indeed? Ready to go, Rodri?
Joe, stomp off without me! This is why I can't stand people who only care about whether time's passing them by. See you at Avalug's legacy, Rodri. Take care on your way.
Thanks. We will. We are ready to head on out. It is a little bit of a ways away, but I'm going to try to make sure that we get there today. There are going to be a lot of brand new Pokemon in this area as well that I'll be catching as we go. I'm trying my best to do some Pokemon researching when I can, because there are still a lot of Pokemon that we need to catch. So with that, we got ourselves a Snow Runt. Pretty cool. What is this? Okay, I was about to say, is this a hole that you just like fall into? But no, there's some Pokemon down here. There's a couple things down here to explore. This seems to be a very, very big area. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of mysteries hiding here in the snow. So I'm gonna start climbing out of here. I'm really, really happy that we have another mount now. I feel like these just open up the game completely, and it's going to make Pokemon catching so much easier. I also want to give you guys a very, very big thank you for your tips, your comments, and your likes. I really appreciate it. It's always a lot of fun getting to play through these games with you guys and to hear your opinions and your comments. Last time I asked you guys, what is your favorite shiny Pokemon? And you guys gave me some really amazing responses. A lot of you guys were mentioning Pokemon that I've used previously. One of those Pokemon that I've used is Greninja. So I really, really like Greninja. You guys also mentioned Ash's shiny Noctowl from the anime. So that was a really, really cool throwback that you guys brought back to my mind. I completely forgot that Ash actually did have a shiny Noctowl in the anime, which is really, really cool. Another one that I saw mentioned a lot was Rayquaza. And I completely agree. I think a shiny Rayquaza is awesome. That's one of the coolest Pokemon that I've ever seen. I definitely am a big shiny fan myself. So I would say that my favorite shiny Pokemon is Vaporeon. You guys might know why, for obvious reasons. Vaporeon's normally blue, but when he's shiny, Vaporeon is purple. And Vaporeon is actually one of my favorite evolutions, my favorite evolution in general. So as you guys can see, our friends are up ahead. Let's talk to them and let's see what we got to do around here.
Well, that was a real slog, fighting through those miserably icy winds to reach this desolate bit of nowhere. Well done, us.
This gentleman is Avalug's warden and my most honorable teacher, Gaeric. So show some respect, Adaman.
Let's begin with some proper introductions. I am Gaeric. I'll serve as one of the Pearl Clan's wardens. And you must be Rodri, right? Of the Galaxy team. Answer me this, would ya? On what grounds do you come here seeking to quell Lord Avalug?
He's in a frenzy.
That leads to my next question. What is wrong with him being frenzied?
It could trouble others.
Then I have another question. Setting aside any orders, What is it your heart tells you to do?
To quell his frenzy.
Almighty Lord of the Tundra, Avalugg, has done nothing to trouble any person or Pokemon.
Sir, please try to keep your cool. For now, indeed, Avalugg's causing no trouble. But aren't we also duty-bound to free our people from living in fear that such a colossal Pokemon might begin to wreak havoc at any moment?
We are. There's certainly some logic to that. But if that is what you hope to accomplish, then we must judge whether this child is up to the task. Who cares about the grandstanding? Let's get to battling.
Let's start.
My musculature is as hard and unyielding as ice. Think you can break through?
Here we go, guys. Rodri versus... It is time for us to take on Gaeric. It is time for battle, guys. As you can see, there are two Pokemon that we need to battle at once. And I had Speedy up in front because I did not think that we were going to have a battle. I totally forgot that, we are battling a lot of people every single time we're meeting a new warden. So let's go ahead and swap out. I'm going to bring Zuko out here, and let's see what Zuko can do. These Pokemon are level 48, but our Pokemon are level 50. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what the training has been all about. So let's hit that Agile style flamethrower, and that almost took down the Pokemon. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna go for another flamethrower. Now, it's not like it's giving me back-to-back attacks, but as long as I can take down the higher level Pokemon, it's pretty easy to take down the second one. So with that, guys, we just have a Frostlass left, and it's going for a Hex. That actually does a good bit. That's a great move on a Frostlass, to tell you guys the truth, to counter our Fire Ghost type Pokemon. But with that, guys, let's hit that flamethrower. Super effective. That Frostlass is out of here. Let's go, guys. Battle decided. We got some XP.
Outstanding. I'm tough as an iceberg, but you smashed me through and through. I suppose you all can get on with it now. This one's all right.
Thank you, sir. Some may still have their doubts about a stranger like Rodri, but I'll vouch for him.
Then if you insist on quelling Avalugg's frenzy, you want to claim some of that eternal ice he likes and bring it to my lord's seat. Good luck. Eternal ice, is it? For that, you'll have to be able to fly, which means you need Braviary. Long story short, you gotta seek out a young lady named Sabi.
Tell the long story long. You're not saving any time if we waste it puzzling out what you mean.
Isn't Avalugg one of the Pearl Clan's lords? Seems a bit odd for me to do the talking. But fine, listen up. This eternal ice stuff can be found atop Avalugg's legacy here. But to get there, you'll need my clan's help. Not even Sneasler can climb the surface, let alone a person like you or me. You're gonna have to approach by air, with Braviary's help.
Gaeric once managed to climb nearly to the top of Avalugg's legacy, I'll have you know. He says he made it to within 6 feet of the top. Might makes right, or at least height.
And, about Sabi, how do I put this? Even when she's not flying with Braviary, she's got her head in the clouds. Well, you'll understand once you meet her. Head towards Snow Point Temple, and you'll probably come across her sooner or later. What? Sabi!
My clairvoyance told me that I'd lead you on a chase. Think you can reach me? I see what you meant about Sabi, but why would she be up there?
Seems you better focus on pursuing Warden Sabi and let me focus on my workout while I still can.
Let's heal up our Pokemon. we're all healed up. So let's go ahead and talk to Sabi. You guys just heard, we got to get a Braviary. We got to get the ability to fly. How cool is that going to be, guys? So let's go ahead and talk to Sabi. Let's see what it's going to take.
Hello, my name's Sabi. Nice to meet you, Rodri.
Same to you.
I've heard about you. You're super talented, right? I bet you're gonna be fun to play with. I know why you're here, too. You want Braviary's help so you can quell Avalug's frenzy, don't you? Well, you'll get it. If you can catch me first. Let's go, Braviary!
You guys just heard those wings flapping in the wind. Sabi has taken off for the mountains. So we gotta go over there and find her. Awesome. So this is how we're going to get access to our flying mount. We're gonna have to track down Sabi with a little bit of hide and seek. I gotta tell you guys, I'm really enjoying the snow area. Every time I'm in a snow area, it can be Snowhead Temple in Majora's Mask. It could be Snow Peak Ruins in Twilight Princess. It could be New York in the winter in Spider-Man. It feels so good to be in the snow. I have to tell you guys, that's probably my favorite season, is like right there in the middle of fall, coming into winter. Those are some of the best times. I am so pumped that fall is coming. I think there's gonna be a lot of fun things happening. There's always a lot of fun events. It's always such a good time. We got here a little bit faster than I thought we would. We are really high up here, aren't we? Wow.
Rodri! You made it all the way up here in this cold. But the question is, did you catch me, or did I let myself get caught? Oh, and one more thing. Am I even really clairvoyant?
You might be.
No one but me could really know, right? Anyway, the challenge continues. The next stop of our merry chase is Snow Point Temple. But the real question here is, am I really having fun playing with you, or am I bored? Let's go, Braviary!
I hear those wings flapping again. I know she's taking off. So I'm about halfway on where our friends are, and you guys can see there is a temple up ahead. So that's funny. I was just talking about Snowhead Temple and some of the places in, you know, some Zelda games or maybe some Spider-Man games, and we got to make our way all the way up to this temple. So that's pretty cool. Whoa, would you look at this place? We made it to the Pearl Settlement. So you guys know we've explored the Diamond Settlement before. This is the Pearl Settlement. So they're up here in the mountains. They're in the snow. That is so cool getting to see all these different areas from where these characters come from. You guys have been giving me some lore about the characters, of certain characters being related to other characters in the future, and it's starting to connect for me. Now I'm like looking at all the characters and I'm like, wait a second, you remind me of someone. You seem a little familiar. I think slowly but surely I'm gonna start connecting these dots, and I'm gonna start figuring out who's related to who here, because a lot of people have familiar faces. Well, we made it up to the temple. That was a pretty good climb up. I know there's gonna be a lot of good Pokemon here to catch as well, but for now, let's talk to Sabi and let's see what's going on.
Hi again, Rodri. It's nice having someone new out here to play with. Safety in numbers or something like that. Anyway, here's Snow Point Temple. I've opened the front door for you. Just a little more chasing left for you to do. But the real question here is, am I really having fun playing with you, or am I bored?
I heard what Warden Sabi said. If you have Warden Sabi's approval to enter, then by all means, do so. But be warned, those who cannot solve the temple's puzzles won't get very far within. I've heard that the trick is to pay attention to which way those stone statues are looking. Come to think of it, I believe the statues have some sort of patterns on their chests, too.
So you guys just heard, we are going to have to make our way inside a Snow Point Temple and take on some puzzles. So next time we will be continuing from here. Make sure you guys leave me some tips, some comments, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with this Let's Play. Let me know what we gotta do to get through this puzzle so that we can get our brand new mount and fly around with Braviary. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon Legends Arceus. Goodbye.